We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests, with two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes, Sitting and Chatting.
Hello and welcome back to Sitting and Chatting podcast. I'm Whyte.
I'm Thayjamieallan.
Jamie, good to see you again.
Indeed. Although it's not in person, but indeed.
one day.
Aye, we'll take the virtual aspect of it and, pretend as though it's dead real.
I have to be honest though, even though we spoke about this when we first started doing these lockdown ones, I fucking despised them originally. But I've actually grown to quite like this setup now. I think it'll be weird when we actually do go back to doing it in person again.
I don't think it'll be weird. I think it'll just be a case of we walk in, day it done, and that'll be it. Because the reality of being back to normal will just straight you and you'll be like, fucking yes.
I know. But as well, right, in the last year and a half, we have done one in person.
Nah, that worries me. Only a matter of time, like you said, only a matter of time.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Look, came prepared.
Oh, you mad alcoholic.
That's me, I'm fucking...
Drinking on a Friday night after you finish work, how dare you?
I've done it to the dark side.
How has your week been, actually? I haven't asked you. How's it been?
My week?
Yeah, your week.
Monday.
I mean, we pretty much catch up now once a week. This is basically a weekly catch
true,
up at this point.
I'll take day by day then, briefly.
Go on.
Monday, I was off, done nothing. Tuesday, I was at work, 8 till half 8 till 5, if you're curious. Each day, by the way. After work, played a bit of PlayStation. Wednesday, exact same. Mainly NBA was on a Wednesday night. Thursday, as you know, I worked till 4:30. No, 4:30. Got off work. Started drinking my first beverage. Yep. Went for a shower. And then...
What, in the shower? You're mental.
You know me. And then obviously at 5-6, Rangers kicked off in the Europa League. So I done that. Watched that. Had a few more beverages. Continued to beverage into the late hours of the Thursday. And then Friday, the day I was what?
I can always tell when you've been having a drink because you never ever post things on social media unless you've had a drink.
Aye. Did I post last night?
Yeah, on pretty much every platform.
It was worth it then, wasn't it? You get that. It's once in a blue moon. It's either I'm really ecstatic or I'm a wee bit. But either way, it was great. Good night. Terrible it was on a Thursday, but you know what? I'd rather it be on a Thursday than no beat at all. No.
I mean, I don't know what that feels like anyway. So.
Wouldn't it be my club not playing on a Thursday?
Well, listen, I love watching the Europa League in July for 4 games. I love it.
Do you actually get 4 games at a time?
Yeah, you get the first leg, you get the home and away, and then the second leg, you get the home and away, and then we're pumped out by that point.
That's true. No, it's good. And then the day during work, I watched the draw for the next stage of the Europa League. So that was been my week summed up. Fair. To be honest. And then obviously we don't play over the weekend, so nothing really to do, but I'll find stuff to do. But so it was interesting. What about yourself?
Oh, well, living that exciting life, pretty much my life goes whenever a podcast finishes, I want to do another one at the moment. And so I'm bored the rest of the week. Grand total of doing a fuck ton of walking. I've done something close to, I've done 60 miles or something like that in the last week. That shows how bored I've been.
That's good going though.
Aye, but it's just a case of holy shit, I'd rather do anything else at this point. And then what else? Playing poker, and that's been pretty much my entertainment.
What when you say go for walks? Where are you going? So I get an idea because I've always wanted to go a walk, but I feel as though
You're in like a good bit as well. That like I obviously don't want to dox you, but I mean like you're close to like the countryside where you are. Like you can go out on a walk. If
granted, aye, but see my issues, right? And I'm going to relate this back to Call of Duty somehow, right? You'll
okay.
see if I think to myself, right, I'm going to go a walk, right? And I've not got a dog, as you're aware.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right.
You can take your pad out in the walk.
I was thinking that myself. So I was thinking, right, go walk. But see, unless I've got an end goal or a purpose or a location to finish it, I'm no pleased. So pretty much, I would never play team deathmatch on Call of Duty because there's no end goal other than just shooting people and score, and you win the game, right? See, when you're playing domination, there's an objective.
Yeah.
You know, and not only are you killing somebody, but there's an objective. So see if it, like walking, I was to go somewhere and end up back here without knowing it and having done stuff on the walk, I'd have been I think I'd be more satisfied. But it's I feel like if I go a walk to Camsbarn and back, I've just wasted an hour and a half of my day.
I do as well. I mean, part of me feels like that as well, but also when you've got nothing on at the moment, apart from, I mean, my day pretty much consists of at the moment, wake up, I do job hunting, I then go out for a walk or a run or whatever, usually a walk, and then I come back and I'm bored. So I use that. It's a good chance because I mean, although in a way I am wasting time, at least I'm doing something positive with it. If you get me,
100%. I know what I mean by wasting time is I find that there's better stuff to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, things that I enjoy more as in play the PlayStation or go on my PC or whatever, I enjoy that more than what I would go on a walk. In terms of productivity, like, as in would I sit in the house and learn Spanish over going for a walk? Probably no. But you know what I mean? It's like that kind of.
Yeah. I know, like as for me as well, I listen to a lot of podcasts now, not just sitting and chatting. You'll be shocked to hear, but
to be fair, I've took that out myself, but I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, at the moment, I listen to probably about 4 or 5 at the moment, and most of them are weekly. So it's like, and most of them will be like an hour to a couple of hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not the type of, unless like I'm cleaning or doing something around my house, I don't like to just have a podcast on because most of them aren't visual based. So like you're just sort of listening and doing none. So at least if I'm in a walk, I can kind of get into the mindset, or if I'm out on a drive as well, I can kind of get into the mindset of a podcast. And all of our new listeners on Spotify should be doing exactly the same.
100%. Are you? I'm going to give free promotion about this one, but okay. Are you seen Robbie Fowler's podcast?
I haven't actually. I didn't know he'd done one.
Aye, so he's had like players like Scholes, Carlos, Gerard, like all sorts of big names on it, and it's actually good because it delves into the kind of areas in which footballers want to normally talk about.
Is it similar to the Carragher one? Did you listen to that at any point?
No, really. It's a bit different, and Gerard very, very, very rarely talks about the slip or ever does talk about it.
Yeah.
But the way Fowler put it across to him, and he was with another boy, I can't remember who it was. It was just amazing the way he put it across to him. It wasn't as like, because Fowler says I've studied that whole year, and it was like basically in the last 9 games of the league, if Chelsea won all of them, they would have won the league.
Yeah.
And they lost 3 out of the last 9. 3 out of the last 9. And it came for 2 mistakes, and Azpilicueta slipped the same in the same week.
Yeah.
As you, at the same ground as you, and cost them the points. And it was like, Gerard, I didn't even know that. And Fowler was like, I studied the whole year because it pisses me off when people say that you slipped and cost the league for us, because it's not the case.
It's a good narrative story. That's why it's always brought
up. Of course, Gerard says that people want to relate, Manc fans want to relate back to me in a bad way, and that's their only way of doing it because I was that good. That's my guy.
Clever man.
But no, it's a good podcast. It's very sporty, so obviously, if you're
I mean, considering most of our audience are probably turned off now at this point, so somehow managed to relate us back to football.
True.
It's quite incredible for 2 people quite as football orientated as you and me, we have all of our fan base basically hate football. Honestly, it's genuinely staggering. If you look at the watch time, you just hear plummets off a cliff. But we'll move it swiftly away then. But yeah, no, that's good that you're in. Because you'd said before we'd done a podcast, you'd never actually listened to one before, have you?
I was never a fan. No, it's just no.
Why did you want to do one then if you weren't a fan of them or the fan of the format?
But yeah, let's not beat around the bush. You begged me. You know what I mean? I was told that this was the new you, and I played a massive role.
Oh yeah, is that how I wanted it? Was that exactly how I wanted it? Was it?
And I was like, look, I'll support you, and I'll definitely carry you. And yes,
right,
but,
okay. Now that you've got your ego out of the way, what was the actual reason?
oh no, that was the actual reason. Nah, just the whole idea of talking once a week, although it wasn't for a while yet. It was just different, especially considering you were one of the only school pals that were left nearby. So,
fair.
I enjoy it now.
Yeah.
You know, but
I mean, I think if we were doing this for 3 years and we didn't enjoy the format, there would be a problem.
Very true. But no, as it say, it's good. Enjoy it. That's kind of the main thing. But I never ever listened to them. But then I started listening to them, and then I got more into it, and then kind of YouTubers that I watched started doing them, and it was like very much orientated around podcasts. So I was like, you know what, fine.
I get a lot of stick for this, but I probably listen a lot more to podcasts compared to like music and things like that nowadays.
Not for me that.
I don't get me wrong, I love music, but it's still like there's something about a podcast that I can appreciate in a certain way, which I don't get from music. In the same way that certain things about music you can't get from a podcast. But yeah, it's a good format. As much as people like to joke about them, they are a good format.
Yeah.
But yeah, in case you couldn't tell by our waffling there at the start, we didn't really have a lot of topics for this week, so this might be a very short episode. But to be fair, compared to last week's, that's probably fair enough. But yeah, had a couple of things you wanted to bring up. I'll let you take the floor then.
Well, here we go. Right. So I've written. Right, so I got a message very early doors this morning from, or maybe last night. Last night. I was in my bed regardless. And Liam says to me, I've been up for 3 years, thought about topics, and I've not got a clue. So I woke up this morning and I thought to myself, this man, he's on something stupid, because fuck me, this week's been mayhem in the world of the worlds. And so I sent him a list of topics. So Liam, I want you to choose a topic out of the ones that I sent you.
Well, you said, the one that interested me the most that I don't actually know that much about was the whole fucking Elon to Mars thing. That was the first one you sent about. So like,
right, okay. So I know all of it, and I know bits about it, but right, based on what I know, right, he's setting up a program that's going to cost an unthinkable amount of money, which is already pretty much covered. And the idea is to send people to Mars to start civilization over there, which in itself is obviously pretty mental. Now, the team that's going up, or the team that has been asked to go up, is volunteers, so such as you and I, for example.
Sitting and chatting from Mars.
Exactly. Now, we need to go there. You need to build, get water. You need to do everything by yourself. It's like starting a Minecraft world, effectively. That's honestly the way it was described.
My man's going to Mars to start Minecraft realm.
Exactly. So that's how it was portrayed across the articles that I read. So you go. It takes 4 months to get there.
Well, a breeze. A breeze there trip.
That's what I say.
What I want to know about that is, right, so like, obviously you're travelling and the ship's going however many hundreds of thousand miles an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, like, you know, when you take off, you're strapped into your seat and all that. You see in, like, you know, your movies or your documentaries and that. How big's, like, the rest of the ship? Because it must be taking a lot of stuff up there. So, that'd be a lot of room. And if you're like tucked into like an area like maybe say the size of this London for 4 months, like, you know, people are going to get raging.
You've got to be strong-minded to go. So here's my question to you, right? Now, the idea of the trip is you don't come back.
Yeah.
So the people that go don't come back.
Am I not right in thinking though? I seen some 19-year-old lassie is meant to be going on this trip.
Aye. So she volunteered. It's a bit.
Fuck that. Fuck.
Right, my question to you is: would you do it?
No.
Nah.
I think you and me are relatively lucky in the terms of the time that we live in, where yes, okay, global warming's this big apparent problem, and it will one day, you know, probably wipe out humanity and all that comes with it. However, do I think by the time you and me are 80, the whole world's going to be fucked and we're going to need to move to Mars? Probably not. I think we'll still be probably okay at that stage. It's probably something for like, you know, 100, 200 years, you know, our great grandkids, something that they'll have to worry about. Does that mean that we should be concerned? Of course it does. But I think Earth will still be livable by the time that we're, you know, about to kick the bucket. And at that point, I'm not sure an 85-year-old that can be arse traveling for 4 months through space. Plus, it probably means housing's going to be quite cheap, is all I'm going to say.
Oh, this is true.
Everyone fucks off. Think of the real estate, Jamie. You and me could be millionaires.
Think of the peas. Oh, the sweet peas.
Would you go?
No, unless I had nothing left here, I wouldn't go.
I don't even think, like, even if I did have nothing, I'd just be like, oh.
Well, what I mean is, obviously, it's a horrible way to look at it, but if I didn't have any family.
Yeah, like, all your family passed on and whatever.
I had minimal friends. Would I go and fuck it? Try it? Probably. You know, you're paid, everything's paid for, food, accommodation. Well, I mean, of course you need to build it, but
yeah, you're building your fucking house, of course.
No, granted, but you know, just starting something, you know, getting written in the history books for something good rather than you know, nobody knowing you. So I would. But as of right now, like, nah, fuck no, like, not a chance. Fair. That would be the way I see it. I mean, if you're going to be that mental.
The other thing there, which I just had a thought about, which I just googled there, was the size. Okay, now Mars is less than half of the size of Earth, which I did have a think about there, right? Population is going to keep expanding, right? It's pretty much guaranteed. I know there might be, say, if global warming does hit the fan, and, you know, like, by the time we're 80 or whatever, there's still going to be, like, I don't know, 10, 12, maybe billion people left on the planet. And, you know, you struggle to fit a lot of people in on the Earth already. How are you going to then move all? One, how are you going to move them all there? And two, how are you going to move them all to a place with half the radius, you know? It doesn't seem like it can work.
Wipe at the bad cunts.
How are you going to decide who's a sound cunt? What's your, like, method?
Anybody in the jail, get them gone, right?
Oh, anyone.
So jail, prison, get them gone.
What about if they've been wrongfully accused, Jamie?
Wait a minute. Places like Syria, wait a minute.
Wait. What? This is sounding very genocide-y. Why?
No, just there's no need for them. So Syria, wipe. Turkey, wipe.
Can we move on?
Italy, wipe them out.
Can we move on?
Wipe at the Italians, right?
You're getting very racial-hated.
No. See, I'm saying, what do they bring to the table? Nothing.
What do we bring to the table?
We're Great Britain. I'll leave that there.
No, we're Scottish, but what do we bring?
Right, enough. The Italians.
No, but that's a fair point. What do we bring more than they bring?
What, more than Italians?
Yeah, what do we bring that they don't?
Well,
if you're
we bring the language. The language of the world is English, just to be clear, right?
It's the most EDL thing I've ever heard in my
Right,
entire
well, it
life.
is. You can't be a pilot without knowing English. Is that facts? Is that facts, Liam?
I don't know, to be honest, but
Well,
I'll
that's
take it as
embarrassing
facts.
for you. You cannot be a pilot and or a cabin crew if you don't speak the beautiful Queens, right? Is all I'm saying, right? Now, with that being said, not only are we bringing the language that is spoke mostly around the world, we bring banter. We've got that in abundance. No matter if you're...
Have you ever met a Syrian? They might be the funniest cunts out there.
No. See, right, why are you going back to Syria? I'm talking about Italians.
Okay, you're specifically speaking. What's your hatred for Italy? Out of curiosity.
No, absolutely none. Absolutely none. Beautiful country, bring pizza and pasta, but we don't need them. Do you know what I mean? Just be gone. You know what I mean?
I think you're missing out one key thing here. If you're going to get rid of a nation full of Ronins, you're missing out on the biggest one of all, America.
No, I grant you. I was stoked, I said Syria, Italy, and I was going on, but
yeah,
I was stoked. But to be fair, the US of A need to go. New Zealand and Australia, get them away as well. Listen, anybody that has spiders the size of Australia in their country and allow it, kill them. Wait a minute. Gone. Easily. Bye.
Jamie, you're going to end up with only fucking Scotland, England, and Wales going up.
No. Northern Ireland, they're allowed to come as well.
Republic as well, yeah.
No, they can go to fuck. Wipe them to fuck.
Back in City as well, you'd allow them up.
No, primarily why I put Italy high up there. I just didn't know what to say it. Vatican City, bomb the whole lot. Italy as a whole, get it going. You know what we should do? You know how it's shaped like a boot? Just boot it to fuck. Get it going. Probably the French as well, just get France away.
Have you got any countries left at this point?
Aye. We could bring Sweden and like Switzerland and all that, because they're alright. They're some cunts, you know what I mean?
You know them personally, all of them.
Aye.
Jeez, I'm glad you're not in charge of the country. You're just
budget white
Mr. Allan, today you have to meet with the French Prime Minister. Oh, not that fucking cunt. I can't even be arsed with that.
Aye. But no, going on to half the radius and stuff. Who knows what will happen? It's just an interesting project.
It'll just be one of those things of just like, okay, everyone might immigrate over to fucking Mars. But then, you know what happens? Like, again, you'll get the same problems. It'll become overpopulated. It'll become fucking pollution ridden, and then you're like, fuck, I need another planet to go to.
Aye. Into Venus we go. Just no point.
I mean, you'd fall through that, but yeah.
It's fuck it. Just set up shit.
A cloud city, a flying city or something.
Yeah. That's
something out of Star Wars.
Technology must have evolved by then. I mean, who needs a planet after that?
I mean, everyone thought if you've not seen Back to the Future, everyone thought by 2015 we'd have flying cars and all that shit. Look how slowly we've progressed, and just think about a grand scheme. We'll probably
keep. I was just bringing electric cars into the road. Neither way.
Exactly. They've only just recently started to crack electric cars, and it's fucking.
For that para about global warming, everybody should just get an electric car.
But a fucking V8's great.
Big on it. You know what I mean? And you know who brings the V8s in? Italians. Get them going. Just, do you know what I mean? They brought Ferrari into it. Everybody thinks, oh my God, look at this. No, bomb the lot. We don't need them.
If I thought we weren't going to get in trouble from YouTube, I'd title this podcast Jamie Hates the Italians.
Right, well, no, I don't hate the Italians. Come on, that's a strong word. Just
okay. Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to do a title, it needs to stand out.
That's
but
true,
I mean, thing with electric cars is take where we live, for example, in Stirling, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many charging places do you actually know about? Because I know the one at the cinema, and that's the only one that I know that's a big one that many cars can charge at once. I can't think of a single other one that you can charge at.
I think there's one at the Granada roundabout.
Oh, is there? Just one though?
No, it's a port rate free in a minute, I believe.
Okay.
But other than that, that's only one I know. I forgot about the one down at cinema, but I can.
So you have to. Now, granted, we're a small city, but in the same regard, you know, there probably should be more if that's like the big concern. And you know, like all diesel cars are going to be banned in the UK, and like I think it's like 2030, they all have to be gone by. Which are not bad thing because like 10, 15 years ago, you're told fucking buy a diesel car, it's good for the environment, and now look at it, it's fucked.
They don't know what's fucking good and what's bad.
Yeah, I suppose with electricity, okay, there's downsides to that as well, but I suppose they're not as bad as fossil fuels. But yeah, right. I mean, like electric cars, as far as I can remember, have been around now for about 10 years, like in production. But it's only now in like the last year or so where they've actually become quite good. So it's fucking worrying how slow we're evolving, is all I'm going to say.
Very true.
Talking about Mars and shit, we can barely fucking string together 4 wheels, let alone this rocket.
It's bad crack. But aye, that was the kind of the mindset behind that.
I would say though, right, if you could go there on a holiday, that would be. I know it takes 4 months to get to, but that would be like a binding trip. If you could come back.
If you could come back, aye.
How long would that? You need to realistically have a month there though, and you're like taking a year out of your life at that point because you'd be traveling for 8 months, away for another month, 9 months. You know, it'd be like a long time to be fucking away for one holiday.
100%. Fuck that.
Especially you don't travel well. How are you going to get to Mars?
I'm not going.
You just said you would. You're fucked now. Actually, I've just realised.
No, if I had to, but
I'd take those incredible tablets that you had when we went down to Liverpool.
Exactly. But I know it was interesting to see and read about it, but it's a bit of a mad situation, to be honest.
I can't remember if we brought this up with Aidan or not last week, but I swear Elon Musk is a Bond villain. The cunt just gives the aura of Bond villain about him. You know, like a multi-billionaire, like, you know, in plain sight. You know, like he seems like the type of cunt that'll have like a secret layer underneath his Tesla factory with nuclear bombs and shit.
There's every chance. There's every chance he works for the government or something stupid, and he's just ready to kill every cunt in the click of a button.
That's what he's doing with those fucking chips in the brain. You remember that he wanted to do? Fuck that.
The fact he's just a fucking Fruit Loop of a cunt, but money talks, bullshit walks. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. The cunt's got money and he knows what he's doing. But
cunt does indeed have money, and that's how you know that all the best people in the world have money. That's how it works, isn't it?
Aye, we'll go with that. See, as we vaguely move on here, right?
Yeah.
How much were you a Harry Potter fan? Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
I was a lot more of a fan back in my early teens when the films were still coming out. I don't know. If you want me to put a number on it, I'd say I'm probably a 6 to 7 out of 10.
Right, and in regards to, did you ever read the books?
Mate, I can't read for shit.
No, like audio books or that.
Nah, never. No. Why? What about you?
I was a big Harry Potter fan. Can I have been for time? Never read the books or nothing like that because I'm not bent. But
you and me are the worst human beings ever.
But the movies were amazing. But obviously, one of the other things I was going to bring up was the fact that Hermione, or Emma Watson, just ended a 20-year career as an actor.
Did she say why?
She was just fed up.
Well, fair enough.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
To be fair, like she, I mean, like, see when you made as much money as they did back when they would have been, you know, like about our age. Actually, they probably would have finished making the films.
Yeah,
like they're set for life. They never needed to make another film ever again.
Aye. I mean, the thing is, our agent and stuff like kind of claimed that she'd just given up with acting. It wasn't her anymore. After she done, I think it was Beauty and the Beast in 2017, and then she done like Little Women.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in that. That's weird because that sort of seemed like the next step for to
Aye,
have
was
a
into
big
something like that.
like a
Aye.
big live action Disney film. And that's apparently one of the better ones of the new remakes I've heard about.
Yeah, and then she went into Little Women in 2019, I think, which done really well as well. Never watched it, but apparently it done really well. And she made a fair bag off that. So I don't know if it's just something that inside she's like, nah, I can't be asked anymore, or she's just got too much money and she's like, I just want to chill out for however.
I've thought about this with folk the other day, right? See, when you have something that works so well, right? Like, you see a lot of TV shows, more so TV shows actually compared to movies, but normally, we'll use the TV show example for now at least. If you see someone buying on like a TV show, they really struggle to like make the transition to either another successful TV show or the movie business. Like you think about anyone in like say the Friends cast, like what the fuck have they done since Friends? You
No.
think about How I Met Your Mother, same applies, and even Breaking Bad, fucking okay. What is his name? The one that plays Walter White, I've forgotten his name.
No idea.
Either way, he had a successful TV career beforehand, so you might be like, all right, but Aaron Paul, like the other main star of it, he's had a fucking awful movie career since that, and that's like considered the best TV show of all time by most. So,
Yep.
I think for someone like her, once you've gone from the fucking highs of Harry Potter, especially such a young age, it must be fucking difficult to improve on that. Because you've seen like Daniel Radcliffe, like he sort of took it a different way, like because clearly he was just fed up with like the big movies by the time he finished Harry Potter, and he only does really like indie movies now, like really low budgets, like new directors, all that sort of thing, kind of away from the public eye. Because I suppose if you'd been in it from, when you're 11 or whatever age you started at till in your 20s, it must be fucking frustrating as shit.
Aye. I know. It is a bit of madness. But obviously you see like even the Friends actors, like they went into other movies and done other things, and it was like, all right, there's Jennifer Aniston in that.
I mean, yeah, Jennifer Aniston done okay, but I mean, like, nothing ever hit the fucking heights of Friends again. And, it's not, and to be fair, it doesn't need to, because, she done her one great thing that most actors or actresses would dream of having.
Big time.
Same with Emma Watson, she, like, okay, yeah, it must be annoying to kind of peaked in your early to late teens, but in the same regard, you've also done all the hard work by the time you've left school age,
That's it. Aye.
Then you have the option to do whatever you want at that point afterwards.
Well, the thing is, it's mad that story. She was born in like Paris, moved across. She spent like 4 years and then straight into Harry Potter. And she's been in Harry Potter till she was 22, I think. And then after Harry Potter, it was 8 years she's had to do other shit. She's 30-year-old now and she can happily retire. And it's like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? And obviously acting, although we can say acting's like a dead easy job and stuff, but it's probably,
I'd never say that.
Nah. And it's not an easy job, and like there's like YouTube and they get a lot of grief for it, and there's like streaming or whatever. No job is easy.
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Aye, if it was fun, it's different. So obviously acting, I would imagine, would be fun. But it can be grueling as well. Aye, but it'd be grueling as well. Long-winded, long days, travelling. Like there's loads of shit that's involved with it. But when you have made the bank she made at the age she made it, just like chill out. I mean, she's not made an official statement that she's retired, but our agent's pretty much.
I mean, look at another kind of part of hers, Ron Weasley, Rupert Grint. He retired, and he pretty much retired straight. I don't think he made the film after the last Harry Potter film.
That was the thing he was in, aye.
And he fucking went and bought an ice cream van, and that's how he's spending his life, like just fucking being an ice cream man. That's a mental like fucking life to live, and then just be like, he must be one of the most normal cunts ever, though. If that's
he's just so happy though. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I feel partially bad for them as well because they must have fucking been through the grueling life as Waynes. Yeah, because I mind actually, I can't remember when it was, but I mind seeing like a post about someone made. It was like, times they even encountered a celebrity, and this lassie said that she went to school with Emma Watson, but apparently it was like she used to have like security with her, like walking between classes and at lunchtime. And like you weren't allowed to speak to her. Like you weren't allowed to just go up and chat to her. Like the teacher said that you're not allowed to speak to her, basically.
Fuck's sake, man.
So like you just imagine, like, because obviously you'll be shooting the movie, like say you shoot a movie for like 6 to 9 months a year. You're probably only in school for like a couple of months a year. So it's like your one chance to escape, and then you're in school, and then just like fucking every cunt's just avoiding you. Must be the worst.
It couldn't have been easy, to be fair, but you know what? For all the money that they got, fuck them.
Yeah. Are you saying that you would take the money, Jamie? Are you saying that
Absolutely.
are you saying you'd take the hardship of being an A-list Hollywood actor?
1000%.
I know it doesn't entirely relate to the story, but what is your favourite film? Because me and Duncan were arguing about this the other night, actually, now that you said it.
Truth be told, I've no idea in terms of films.
And the Harry Potters, I meant, sorry, I don't know if you got
that.
and
the Harry Potters.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because I firmly believe they get better as they go on. Like, I firmly believe.
Think so?
Yeah.
Probably the Goblet of Fire, you know that?
Yeah, that was an alright one, I'd say. I think my favourite. I think the best one was actually the last one, to be honest. But I still enjoyed most of them. The only one that I can't stand, which is weird because it's the fucking highest rated out of all of them, was the Prisoner of Azkaban, the third one.
Yeah.
I thought that was not shit.
I was about to say, what's what you're saying now?
Like, it's not a shit film. It just bored me to fucking shit. But Duncan was having a go at me saying, "Oh no, that's the best one out of the franchise."
That's his all-time favourite.
He said the third one's the best because he's read the books as well. He says the books, but he says that's the best book and film, and I'm just like, nah, that film was average, shall we say?
So, what was the last one in it? It was definitely Hallows, wasn't it?
Part 2, yeah.
Part 2 was it?
Yeah, that was the first film that fucking brought in the parts into, if you get me, like a part 1 and a part 2. Which,
to be fair, the Order of the Phoenix was good as well, but I don't think I would have. I wouldn't have put that above. Nah, I don't think I'd have put it above the Goblet of Fire, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I might actually watch one of them tonight. You've got me in the mood. I might do a watch of them again. Yeah, because it's been like probably 5 or 6 years since I've seen any of them.
Mad amounts of time. I might take you up on that and watch it as well. Actually, aye, it was just good.
You're not really into like, I don't know. Are you into like? You're not really into sci-fi fantasy films, are you? Not really.
To be honest, I'm not really into films. I don't really watch films as such. To begin with. But no, not really. There's
why is it you think then you like? Why is it you think then you like those ones?
Just I watched it with my dad when I was a wee guy, and I just enjoyed it. But
it's like nostalgia for you, sort of.
Aye, but that's as far as I'd be wanting to branch out. I wouldn't want to go and watch some fucking fucking
the
Doctor
Marvel.
Aye, any pish like that. Nah, not for me. Not for me at all.
I'm watching the new Marvel TV show at the moment. Fucking as soon as this is done, we're watching.
It's called, isn't it?
Aye. Nah, that's mad, weird, and different, which I think is why I like it a lot.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's annoying as fuck because unfortunately streaming services have realised to do the weekly uploads of TV shows again, like we're back in the fucking 80s and 90s again.
Yeah.
Instead of when, they used to be kind and release everything at once.
8:30 every Friday, isn't it?
Mate, literally, it's the fucking worst as well. Because obviously, if you do it the other way, yes, you'll get a lot of folks signing up for your streaming service for 1 month, but then they'll jump out again. This is the way to keep them on board for.
Yeah.
Well, if you do 8 episodes, a good way to keep them on for 2 months.
That's why you become a smart cunt and make a new account every week. That is every month. Sorry.
But let's be honest, most folk are too lazy to do that.
If you're wise, though, you would do it.
Nah, the way to do it, which I've realised now, is you get 3 other of your mates and you just split it 4 ways. Makes it really cheap. Makes it really cheap. Like I pay £2 for Netflix a month, and I pay like £15 a year for Disney Plus. So I've got a pretty good deal out of that.
I suppose if you work it that way,
yeah. Plus, as well, if you pay for it 4 ways, you get 4 accounts. Like you can pay for 4 accounts if you get the most expensive thing, so everyone can watch at the same time. It's only one person has to like not watch.
Yeah,
but yeah, no. I don't know. What I think you might. I think you could. I think you actually could enjoy Marvel, but I think, like we talked about this before, I think unfortunately you've missed the boat with that. If you get me,
definitely. Like Dylan watches it every Friday morning. Stays up, watches WandaVision, and goes to his bed, and then wakes up again. So like, it was on PlayStation last night, and he was like, "Right, I'm away off. I'm up early in the morning to watch WandaVision." I was like, "Fucking sad cunt," but. It's just the way it is, isn't it? The thing is, I'm more into TV shows, like 50 minutes. Get you fucking.
Well, these are only 20 minutes, so I mean, you can go through.
Aye, but it's Marvel, isn't it? So.
So it'd be a drag for you.
So that's an hour minimum. That's the amount of times I've paused it to go, "This is pish," and then unpause it. Sorry, that's what that is. But no,
you're making a podcast on your own about how pish it is.
Aye. To be fair though, see things that on Netflix I'd watch. You'd probably, well, I don't know if you would watch it, but like Haunting of the Hill House was like the best thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that Minds afterwards, and like I sort of said, like, look, it's good. I just wouldn't watch again, sort of thing.
Aye.
I can appreciate. Yeah, like I can appreciate it's good. It just wasn't my, cup of tea, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the best horror thing that I've ever seen, and that's a high compliment for me because I fucking pretty much hate every horror thing that's ever existed.
See, I'm the same. Like I like Tory Saws because they weren't horrors, but they were funny. Like they weren't serious films, but they were like always mad intricate. Where it was just they were good. But actual horrors, pish, man. Like I struggle to tell you an actual good horror film.
I thought, like, do you know what as well? Like, they're a film type that are released, like, they genuinely release about like 50 a year that go into cinemas because they all can get made for about £2 to £3 million, and they all suck ass so hard. Like, they're so bad.
They are shit. But
don't get me wrong. I'll get and not in the terms of I'm a wee bitch, I get scared of them, but I will jump at jump scares. I'm one of these people, even though like I can, because I'm, I've studied media. Ooh, like I know when a jump scare's going to come up. I know like when I'm meant to be scared. Like I can see that coming a mile off, and I'll still get scared. That's because I'm a fanny. That's not because of the movie doing a good job.
I just screamed in the mic and you shot it there. That would have been good timing as well.
You could have done that. I'm waiting for you to do it now later on. I'm scared. Don't make me do it when I've got my beer in my hand, please. I don't want to spray all over the Mac.
Nah, but the new one came out as well. Well, I say ages ago. It was a bit ago. Haunting of the Blythe Manor. I've not watched it yet because normally Dylan and Misha watch it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that came out. Yeah, I was surprised you haven't watched it yet because I know how much you loved the other one.
No, I'm waiting on till we're back to normality and me, Dylan, and Misha can watch it together. But
yeah, waiting for that.
But it's difficult to wait. I'm not gonna lie.
Just watch it. They don't have to do.
I forgot. Well, they're not.
Even though they'll listen to these podcasts.
That's on a podcast. Oh well, that's what it is. But I'm not really a movie type. But Harry Potter movies were good. But I'm not really a massive movie type. I do like the whole no rom-coms, but what they called what they called. It's like they're funny, but they're no serious. Like Grown Ups, that sort of system.
That's a fucking dire movie. I know that's not the one
I
example.
mean, that was an example of how I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh,
Like actual, just humorous films.
Fucking-
Though.
it's a comedy.
Aye, but like comedy, but with a storyline.
I mean that. No, like so. What you're thinking of is like no slapstick. Fuck, why is my memory going blank here? Fucking. I know what you mean, but yeah, okay. So the genre you are just talking about there is just comedy.
Aye, so I enjoy that, and I enjoy, you know, the idea of working something out. I don't know what that's called. Like kind of
That's every movie ever.
no. The Haunted Hill House. It was no. It's called It's called like a horror, but it's no. It's like you need to work out like what's going on and all that shit.
Right.
So like, I know I've told you about the TV shows that I watched, like Death in Paradise.
The film that you're talking about, by the way, was parody. There's like the film that you're thinking of. Yeah, I was just being thick then, couldn't think of it there.
But in regards to like, I like the detective side of things. No deep rooted or like proper fucking true crime.
Light-hearted.
I know like true crime and shit. But like I don't know if you've watched it on Netflix. It's like that fucking Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. I know that I'm not seen it, but I know what you mean.
It was outstanding. Another thing on Netflix was like Designated Survivor.
My family were watching that constantly when I was in Jersey, and I seen how Americanized it was, and I couldn't watch.
First 2 seasons were banging, then it got shit.
It's so Americanized, so I couldn't fucking put myself through it. It's like, do you know as well, the problem is, right, have you ever seen 24?
No. I've no.
Do you know what it's about?
Well, I know of it, I just have no actually sat down and watched it.
So, like, the president in that,
Aye.
and is Keith Sutherland, who is the main guy in 24, and it's a very sort of similar styled filmed show, but the trouble is I could only see him in 24, and so, like, and it's very similar plot lines, if you get me, to that of 24, so it's just like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I know. That's the thing, actually. We're going to go and watch whenever the next Fast and Furious comes out. Can we watch that together to fucking complain about that? Because I'd enjoy that.
I'll happily do that, 100%.
Glad to hear.
I'll happily do that.
So, the other topic that you sent me about, that you wanted to talk about briefly, the Wayne Lineker thing. I'll be honest, I've seen the photo, but I don't know anything else about it. No context whatsoever. Do you want?
Don't know much about it.
Do you want to explain it then, as much as you know?
Yeah. So Chloe Ferry,
which is,
I don't know. Let's Google her title.
How much you want to bet it says influencer before we Google it?
No. TV personality. There you go.
Is she? What's she present?
No, she's a Geordie Show lassie.
So she doesn't present anything then.
No, I said personality. I said.
Oh, okay. So I thought you said.
personality.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you said TV presenter.
No. So well, so right, effectively, right. So Wayne Lineker,
Gary's brother. Terrible PR for the boy. I'll be honest, I genuinely didn't know they were related until like about a year or so ago.
Fair enough. There's not really.
They're very different people, if you get me.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is aged 58, right? And his fiance is now 25, who is Chloe Ferry. So the kind of headline I read was Geordie Show's Chloe Ferry and Wayne Lineker sparked Instagram frenzy after announcing engagement. And I was like, well, this can't be true. Went out it, and I read briefly of it, and it seems though it is true. He proposed to her, and she said yes. Yeah, as you can imagine. And
how long do you think that'll last?
just hope it doesn't happen. For everybody's sake, do you know what I mean? That's just fucking. That's just so fucking. What? That's mind blowing to me.
Okay. Here. Now, I won't go into too much detail because it's not my business to really suggest about. However, there is someone in my family who does go out with another person, and there is also a big age gap. Not as bad as the one is that, but it's close. They're 52. Yeah, no, 52 in a few weeks, and the last is 28. Okay, so there's a big age gap there as well, right? Now, normally, everyone rightly, I think it's not fair I don't think it's bad to sort of say, most people would assume it's either in for the money or whatever. Now, I can quite safely say with full knowledge that the person, like the older one, the man in this situation, has no money. And although being skeptical about it first, haven't seen them together now for over a couple of years, I can see that it's actually genuine, which is obviously a rare case. As bad as it might sound, it's a rare case in these sorts of situations. Her being in this for anything other, okay, he is a club owner, isn't he? So he'll have a bit of money about him.
He's a club owner, an actor, an entrepreneur. He's
an actor. What the fuck's he been in?
Honestly, maybe. Yeah. I've never. Well, let's find it actually, because it comes up as Wayne Lineker. It's just his Gary Lineker's brother. What it says. So his profession is entrepreneur, actor from Leicester.
Okay. So if he's an actor, he must have been in some movies. I want to hear these movies.
Let's see. So Wayne.
Has he got an IMDb?
No.
But look.
Oh no, he does.
Oh, it does. Okay, right. Let's hear these movies.
So as a known actor, so he was in The Middleman.
Do you mind quickly Googling these on a separate tab and tell me the Rotten Tomatoes scores of these?
Yeah, well. So The Middleman, okay.
Never heard of.
Let's see what The Middleman's tomato scores were. Middleman.
Obviously, Rotten Tomatoes can be a bit inaccurate, but we'll go with.
Gives us an idea.
Yeah. What the general consensus is.
So, Rotten Tomatoes level. Let's see. Middleman.
Go on. Over 10%?
Oh, yes.
It's over 10%. That's good.
Yeah.
How much?
So, audience score was 56%.
That's good. That's above 50.
Right?
Yep.
Comments are, what do you think of this movie? This movie was okay. Actors weren't great. However, storyline was funny and easy to follow. Right, okay. So that was a Middleman, okay?
56% isn't bad. I honestly expected a lot worse for him.
Well, the next one is Celebs Go Dating, which I just don't think is a movie.
That sounds like a TV show.
Yeah, so reality TV, romance, TV series, 2060. Fuck me, that's high rated, by the way.
Is it?
94%. What the fuck?
94%?
That's
Here,
massive.
Wayne Lineker's the next Leonardo DiCaprio, it turns out.
So, other things he was in as well was The Only Way is Essex, which we'll move on.
Okay, right. Here's the thing, right. These shows are meant to be reality shows, right? Okay, we all know they're staged to shit, right? But if this is maybe a reality show, he's meant to just be himself in this, right? Okay.
Yes.
So technically, he's not acting. You can't claim that as an acting credential.
No, but you can for the first one.
Yeah, no. The Middleman, you can, but any reality thing, I'm not fucking taking.
All right, okay. Well, the last one's this morning.
So he appeared on this one. How can he class himself as an actor? He was in one movie. I've been in two movies. I'm not an actor.
True. Let's see if I can find his net worth. Hold on. Because that interests me severely.
Oh, he'll be fucking high if it's like The thing is, he wasn't here. I don't remember ever hearing about him until a few years ago. So it's only in the last few years I think he's been doing that.
I'm just mesmerised at the fact he's going to be a 25-year-old.
But yeah, kind of bringing it back to that point a second though. Like, yes, okay. I don't wish any ill health on the boy. Hopefully it's for love. But I'm just saying statistically, the chances are probably not.
You have no idea what I've just seen.
How much it's worth.
£30 million, man.
I was actually about to say 35 million, no fucking cap.
That actually fucking worries me, by the way, that somebody like him can be worth that amount of money. They're worth. Very fucking mind blowing that he is worth £30 million. By the way, he also owns land and is a lord, by the way.
Yeah,
so,
but nice.
No, but I wasn't actually going to bring it up there, but the fact that I've just seen that, that is one of his titles. So Wayne Lineker, right, born Leicester, brother Gary, net worth is around £30 million, has appeared in such things as blah, 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 blah. Lineker also owns part shares in clubs. No one's this. And owes many of lands, makes no sense, and is declared as a lord.
Right. Speaking of lords,
well, I've got one sat right here, and he's portraying that title online as one of his things.
So, if you watched the last podcast with Aidan, we briefly it was actually a decent one. We spoke about briefly about the title of lords and how it's very easy to buy and acquire and all that. And Jamie, of course, then came back and said that he was also a lord, but didn't quite have the certificate. Now, Jamie, this week, do you indeed have the certificate?
I do.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
So there's obviously my envelope.
So just quickly before you open it, go through it. So how did this come about? How did you become a lord coming about?
So I seen on who was it? I seen it on YouTube a couple of times, and then I seen it on KSI's video when the mad guy got my lordship.
Wait, did you only get it then? I thought
no, I got it before that, but I seen it. Who was it? I think it was Cal Freezy talking about lairdship in Scotland.
Yeah,
and this was ages ago, and I was like, a lairdship? Like, I've never heard it, so I googled it and stuff. It's just a Scottish term. Yeah. I was like, oh fuck that, I'll get the British one. So I googled it, and I seen it, and I seen the price. I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. So obviously, went, got it. It came, and I thought to myself, got a certificate now, but that's it, isn't it? And then I thought, did I go to the effort of changing all my documents? Like, nah, I'm not going to be that wanker. So I just never told anyone.
No, please do it. Please do it. Please have your driving license as Lord Jamieallan. Please do it.
I'll potentially do it.
Odds on for doing it, 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Right, but okay, we'll reverse it, and if I lose, I have to buy one and then do it as well.
Right, fine. 1 to 5. Cool.
Right.
Counter's done.
1 go each, okay?
Yeah,
so if we both fuck it, then no one gets a lordship. That's
fine.
3, 2, 1, 3.
Right, ready for the reverse.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, 5.
3. Oh, I thought when you reverse it, you had to go down a number. My bad.
No. Enough. But I was about to say 3, and I changed my mind.
I thought you were going to go the same one again. I was like, oh yes. So, in the folder, right?
Yeah, right. Go on, show it.
In the folder.
Very lovely.
Everything, right?
So where is your land? Where is your land?
Don't know.
Does it not say in the book?
It does, of course it does. So there's a crest for my land, right? So that is my crest for my piece of land, right?
So is that the Allan crest, or did they just give you a random?
No, that's a crest for what's called Hog Manor, which is where my land is. So there's a whole book.
Manor.
There's a whole book on where my land is.
Did
And
you get
what's-
to pick it, or did they just randomly?
Nah, they give you it. And it's situated, like I've written about it, round about it. So there's like mountains near it, loads and loads of stuff. And then it shows me the crest. So here's where my land is here, right? So we struggle to see, but basically it's like circled. It's called Hogan Manor.
So you own all of that circle.
Yeah.
How big is the area?
I think it was 25 meters.
That's bigger than I expected. I thought it'd be the sort of size of a kitchen table. That's a pretty decent size.
Aye. So then my actual certificate is as seen.
Lord James.
It is. Yep. And then there's loads of other stuff like the crests again. And then there's another part that shows me where my land is. You know something, I've had this for ages and still yet to get it laminated.
I mean, why would you?
Hogan Manor, there it's there. Right, so
whereabout is this? Like, whereabouts in the world? Whereabouts in the UK?
the south.
Oh, it's in England.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's down
poor
south.
you.
No. Great stuff that. Oh fuck, just about dropped it. But it's just something to have, isn't it? It's something to be had.
I'll be honest. I thought about, because I seen this was a thing like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I thought about doing it then. It's one of those things I just forgot about. I think I might do it this year at some point just for a bit of crack. Just so I can, like when you do all those unnecessary forms that you fill out online for certain things. I just want to be able to fucking put Lord and all of them.
Let's see my driving license. My driving license is just my name, so just Jamie John Allan.
Oh, so it wouldn't actually get changed then? Does it not say Mister on it?
That doesn't say Mister.
Oh, so you'd be fine then. You can change it.
Yeah, nah, I'm alright.
Imagine you get pulled over by the police.
Like, Lord Jamie John Allan, fucking. How would you play that, then?
Mine's is gonna be the longest fucking Lord Liam Angus Lewis Whyte.
Fuck's sake.
I know.
Anyway, next time we're pished, we'll play it again. Play odds on a game.
Next time we're pished.
Next time we're pished. No, we're pished together, I mean.
That never happened, so probably no. Here's the thing, right? I will do it at some point. I will go out and do it at some point. It's just the same. I have to do it now, basically.
I know, but I mean to get it on my driving license or something.
Oh, right, okay. I'm trying to think of what else you could do on other than a driver's license.
Your bank cards.
Oh, please, that's no, but actually, no one looks at your bank card though. What else could you do on passport?
No, I don't think you can. I don't think your passport shows, Mister, does it?
Does it? Do you have yours on you?
Downstairs.
I have mine, but I'll leave it.
But I don't think it shows the name.
Do you have any other identification that you need to show anything? I was think you do. Do you?
Oh, imagine going into the fur bar every week and having to show you. Kilo day.
That'd be the fucking best thing ever. That's such a great chat line.
Fuck that.
No. But here's the thing, right? Because like, if you say you're a lord and just like, oh, I've got the bit of paper, and no one would give a fuck. If you actually show you've got that on your driver's license or like your passport, or something, that fucking means something.
I'll bear that in mind, then, right? I'll bear that in mind.
What about we both do it?
I would
imagine as well, like, you know, when we were planning our trips a few years back, whether it be for the Euros, the Champions League, both of you have gone to the airport with Lord.
Oh, no, man. Wait, hold on. Change driving license. Let's see. Name.
Oh, it costs money, actually. I forgot about that. It'll be like 30 quid or something.
30 quid? Are you joking?
That's what it used to be, I think.
You fill in application form, D1 driving license, car or motorcyclist, photo card, blah, blah, blah. Ah, yeah, you can change it, doesn't it? 20 quid.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, no, but if you cannot send your old driving license, it's 20 quid.
Ah, okay.
Which would imply it's free.
Yeah. I'll try to mind if I've ever lost my driver's license. Because I mind I had to get it replaced, but I think it was because of my address got changed, so I had to replace it.
Aye. I've never had to be fair. I've always had that one driving license that I've got. I've always had that one, but
I had to change wigs. I changed the dress, which is a pain in the arse.
I suppose.
One other quick thing. So obviously, we are Scottish, and there's a certain Scottish election coming up, 6th of May, I think it is.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
For
who runs the country, Jamie? Who's the big first minister? Now, obviously, I'm not going to ask you to reveal your political alliance because
kill Nicola Sturgeon. Oh, sorry, fucking hell, I thought you were just saying that there.
Obviously, we know you're not an SNP fan. That's been made obvious on the show. I'm not going to ask you.
Nazi party.
If you let me finish, I'm not going to actually ask you, obviously, to name whichever political affiliation you are. But I suppose my question is considering you didn't even know there was one, is are you going to vote in this one?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Unless I'm told by my dad that I need to, and then I'll do it. But
how come not interested, or just
doesn't bother me, mate. No matter, everybody always goes, your vote counts. It doesn't. My one vote, one outcome. Nobody's going to win by a vote. Do you know what I mean?
It would be mad if that did happen. That'd be fucking.
I'd honestly kill myself, right? If SNP were neck and neck with some other cunt, and my vote would have kicked SNP out, I'd do myself in. My bad. I'll take one for the team. Boom. Simples. It's not going to happen. Your vote doesn't matter. And I know for everybody out there that says your vote doesn't matter, it mounts up. But majority of people, they vote. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think actually in recent years, because both you and me aren't politically smart, as we've just made obvious here, but I think it's something like the last few years it has gone up a lot more, because I think it used to be a point where it was like 40%, and now it's on like 60% of the vote.
Aye.
So,
yeah. But no, unless I'm told otherwise, I'll probably just not bother because it's not something that interests me.
No, fair enough. Just curious. I'm going to be voting this year. That was actually one other thing that I wanted to bring up. So I seen like a few folk and that say on Twitter, not specifically to do with Scotland, but it relates, I suppose. Like basically, if you don't vote the same as me, basically we can't be friends. Which I think it's a terrible way to look at things. Because although I'm going to give away now who I'm voting, I'll be voting fucking probably, unless I see something different, I'll be voting SNP. Like, I find it weird how that, shake your head and be as disappointed with me as you want, right? But
scum.
But it doesn't actually affect us on a deep level. At least I hope it doesn't. I hope you're not about to turn around to me and say this is the end.
She is literally a Nazi. She wants dictatorship. She wants independence. She has nothing more than you.
No, right. But whatever
if you're voting on the pretense of the hope, there's still a hope there of independence.
I'm not doing on that. I want independence. I can't argue against that. That's what I want. Mainly to annoy you. Mainly to wind you up, if I'm honest.
You're nothing but a freedom. That's all it is. It's just so you can run about shouting freedom.
Nah. But do you know what, though? If it did happen, I would drive up to your house and do that. Just to annoy you.
I hope it does happen at some point. Do you know that? And I hope you and I...
independence or like just the vote happens?
No, independence, right? And I hope it does happen at some point later on in life. And this country crumbles. And then I could just go, Liam, told you so.
You might be right. I'm not saying you won't be. I'm just saying, I'd like to try
something. I'm right.
Oh, you are. You're right. Okay.
100% right. Okay. 100% right. But no, get away from fucking politics, because
just quickly though, like all jokes aside about this, right? Don't you think it is quite? I don't want to say stupid. Like if you're fully believing it, then fair enough. But to me, it just seems weird if you're willing to entirely throw out a friendship or relationship due to the way someone votes. I understand if they're doing it for their own reasons, like oh, I'm voting for BNP, or why? Do you believe in any of their policies? Oh, no, because I hate black people. It's just like, well, okay, so you're just racist then. It's not to do with the political affiliation. Like, in that case, okay, fair enough. I just find it weird that people will give up like relationships just because of the way that they vote. It just seems a bit odd.
Well, it may seem odd to you, but after this, we're not talking again.
Okay, right. Okay.
So, odd as it may be, you're the odd cunt for voting the wrong way.
Right, okay.
Nah, it is dead weird. I mean, I think I seen it best when kind of Trump was, that vote was happening, Trump and Biden and stuff, and the amount of things that I've seen online of like relationships getting destroyed in that time frame was just madness. But it's silly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is, if you strongly believe in it, and you believe it's for your future, and somebody's.
Oh, it is. There's no arguing. It's not for our future. It will determine in some ways our future.
Exactly, but if you feel this strongly about something that's going to affect your future, and you feel it's going to benefit your future, and your partner is against that idea, you would take it as, well, you don't want my future to be this certain way and stuff. So I get the ideology behind it, but it is silly about. It's like basing your relationship on a football team.
Oh yeah, God.
Do you know what I mean? Like if
it's actually almost, it's as bad as it might say, it's actually almost worse if you base it around a football team.
Like if a lassie was coming up to you and she was unbelievable, got on so well with her, and she turned around and says, "I support Everton," and it's like, right,
fucking wouldn't care less.
Fine.
If anything, that almost makes it better, because then you can have the banter. Because like not a lot of people get that. Like a lot of couples, maybe one person likes football, whether if it's the guy or the girl or whoever. But,
I personally couldn't date a Celtic fan. But that's because I'd want to punch fuck her if they bet me an offer him. So
no, but don't you think that'd be good though? Like the banter.
What, punching fuck at him? Right, well, this
no.
has took a turn. This has took a turn.
You're the one that's punching.
And this has been sitting chatting for this week, and Liam is a Maddie. No, but I'm the same boat as you though. If an Everton fan, Lassie came up and says,
or Man United or Chelsea or whatever.
No, Man United, Camden. No kidding.
It'd be great because you just get banter off them.
Any English Premiership side, you can be a fan of any Premiership side you wanted, and I'd love it.
But not Celtic.
Nah, fuck that.
I think you'd change your ways. I think when you're older, you change your ways.
Not a chance.
Yeah. Doesn't bother me, to be honest. I think it would actually be great. If I actually met a lass that was into football, that'd be the fucking dream. I wouldn't care.
I'm the same, but just no Celtic fan.
Even if they're a Dundee United fan, that's scum.
I still couldn't take a Celtic fan though. Anything else, fine. Even Fife, even Dunfermline, that. Fine, I'll tolerate it.
I mean, they'll have web days.
Aye, but like if you're gonna folk for Dunfermline, if you don't know, right, have like webbed toes. Like
anyone
toes,
from Fife.
Aye, like they call their slippers baffies. Enough said.
No, they don't. That's not a thing.
Promise you, they call it baffies.
No, it can't be. I
swear to God, I'm just getting my baffies on.
What?
Aye. Well, no, for now I'm going to get my baffies on. Fuck off. Fuck off.
I actually know a Fife. I need to ask her this after this to see if this is true.
Ask her, and if she's for Fife, proper Fife, they're called baffies.
Mate, it's actually quite a funny story. So I was at a works night out with also my work when I was still at the bingo, and I ran into Lewis when I was there, and he was with this lassie, and she's from Fife, and he came up to her, it's like, "Oh, Liam, this is Siobhan, by the way," and then he said, "By the way, Liam, do you know where Siobhan's from if I say that she has web toes?" And I turned around and said, like, "You're from Fife," and instantly raging at me. And
they deserve it, though.
Yeah, it's your own fault.
For horrible people. Enjoy. So.
Can we title this to Jamie Hates Fife?
Fuck it, I hate Fife.
Oh, wait, no, I hate Fife as well. I want to get involved in this. We hate... What would the title
fuck
be?
Fife.
Fuck Fife. No, we need to get around that slightly, for not getting banned.
Nah, F*CK5.
We still wouldn't get away with it. We'll think about it. We'll come up with some sort of Fife title.
Mm-hmm. Fife is cancer. Does that work? Nah, but genuinely, fuck Fife.
Yeah, I fuck Fife.
Bye. Probably end it here, Liam, because I'm going to say something, should I?
Yeah, no, we should. You got anything else before you get cancelled?
No.
Second week running.
That's all. Nothing else to put out there. Nah, not at all.
Yeah, so next week then we'll be back with a guest again. Not entirely sure as of yet. We're trying to work out to see who to get on, but yeah, we're keeping the streak going, Jamie. Come on.
Keep it alive.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, looking forward to it. And as said, new equipment. So hopefully, actually, next time you'll see some of it in action, potentially. I don't entirely sure yet.
This has been my best streak since, my winning streak in college for back in the day. So we need to keep this going.
Well, I mean, we've uploaded every week now since the last week in December. So
I know, we've still got a wee bit to go. My college streak was pretty ridiculous to be fair.
And we've been going now for... What's that? 10 weeks. That's 10 weeks now. We've hit the 10-week mark.
It's unbelievable.
Not bad. And only got another 42 more to go.
Easy days. If assignment can do it, we can.
I genuinely thought we were doing class, and I just realised we got another fucking 42 more to do a year.
That's nothing. That's easy.
Yeah, we'll get everyone. If you're interested in coming on, please leave a comment because we need to keep this streak going.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, until next week, I suppose. I've been Liam Whyte.
I'm theejamieallan.
And we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. We're two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.